under their belt.
Absolutely, great opportunity for them to get a victory on the board, and again to make it into the major would be so sick for the one-win side. But for me and my personal predictions, Dweg, I've got to back Cloud9 on this one. They're just a more tenured, more experienced team overall. They've been in the position that one-win have been in the past, but they've been able to turn it into a worldwide, world-beating success. I think it's only a matter of time before they get a decent trophy on their board. Dallas aside, this would be a win for me on Cloud9. I think they should make it to the major today.
I'm thinking so as well. I'm going to give one-win the benefit of the doubt of taking this first map and keeping the series competitive. Up towards a ramp control, you've got a slight aggressive play coming through for Travis that deals straight into Shiro, but it's only a fake. They're trying to bring that bomb over to B. No
major rotations from Cloud9 though. Travis still allowed to walk straight in. Teammates right behind him as well as they try working against Hobbit. The head just barely being seen as Deco takes damage. The mid control being completely locked out though. Axile watching it from the back will now call it into to turn his attention towards the main T side for Scrolling. Get tagged up heavy, gets that kill. Lollipop will able to trail on towards Axile. So a 5-on-2 for one when they have overwhelmed the B side, and they'll get the bomb down for the pistol round.
Nice creativity coming through from one-win. Travis putting on such a hold with distraction out here towards the A side, and just a rollover when it comes to the kills. Hobbit trapped alone up towards this headshot angle. The T's coming back in from spawn. Travis doing so much damage. Deco finally coming into the mix, and that's one-win getting started on the pistol.
All-important win for one-win. Great start again on this map up. I want to try and insert themselves early into this series, try and get the leg up above Cloud9 and take it as far away from them as possible. Of course, on their map pick and all. Vertigo, probably a bit more of a win condition for one-win here.
They've got a good winning streak on it, 5 in a row as of right now for one-win. And CIS teams is seeming to be all that they're playing right now. The first open qualifier went down to a Vanguard in the round of 32. In the second qual, lost to K23 in the quarterfinal. And in the fourth qual, to get them here, they beat Forward, Doja's team. So CIS teams everywhere for one-win.
CIS Derby, we know how wild these matches can be at any level. Cloud9, especially on this map to start, will be in for the task of a lifetime. One-win so far have taken them to task, but not quite as effective in round 2. Deco tagged less than half HP on the initial engagements. Finally with these smokes down to suppress, and it's a much slower start of round here from the T side.
A much more of a gamble-heavy set play from Cloud9 out towards the B site and mid, so more emphasis on trying to see if they can locate an opening man advantage. And one thing that we did notice was Axile top fragging in the server in both best of ones against BA and G2, but didn't have the strongest performances versus NIP in the best of 3 yesterday. So let's see if that can change around in an important game.
And jump face from that 5-7 to get the information out. Tag to 14 now in line with where Deco is. one-win continue pressing up slowly but surely through ramp.
It's going to be that contact play in towards A, and this is a good read for Cloud9. Look at how many members are rotating over.
Finally with the first man in, Travis again with the opening kill out towards Ali. Shiro can respond, however, get that Galil back in his hands, a bit of extra firepower to challenge Lollipop, get that double up. Hobbit, however, is traded to a 3-on-3. A site is under siege, and they are holding contest from outside of the site here, Cloud9, but one-win have enough room to get the bomb plant in. It might be a bit too far in the open, though. Inter's ready for the swing. Axile certainly is. Flaming with a safer plant going down, uncontested by the CT side. Axile will get his double, and Shiro will get his triple, and it will be Cloud9 with an instant response in round 2.
That dynamic duo, Axile and Shiro, the two highlight players here for Cloud9 coming together on that crossfire. And what I like is the patience there from Shiro. He's already acted towards the alley entrance. He was able to deal with Travis. He drops Lollipop 21k. So they know that he's around there somewhere, but he just doesn't overpeak. Instead, he holds the angle tightly, hides behind, allows his teammate up there on orange of Axile just to get into the mix to then start peeking together. One-win, that's not what they're looking for at all. They get the pistol round. It's so convincing. No one drops. And then you get into the next round, and unfortunately, they're not able to make it a 2-0 start.
Right, back to pistols for them. Upgrades in the T-side setup. The Eagles Tech9's force to invest on plant bonus won't be able to help you out today. Much better firepower, of course, for the Cloud9's time to get the AWP out so early here. Only 3 rounds deep, and Shiro locking the snipers. 2 AKs also saved in from the previous round, so the economy bolsters itself. The Galil also saved for nafany. Will try and lean in towards the alley position of Tarps. Travis will give up his life, but Donny will get it right back.
Hobbit getting quite aggressive. Got the Deagle out on the other side, and Hobbit's just going to be able to do a lot of damage with that USP. But Deco comes into the fold, and now things get a little bit panicky.
60 points of health for him. Lollipop on 10. A couple of good headshots will make the difference here, but again, those AK automatics will be able to aid the Cloud9 side. The nades certainly will do so the same. slow Sleeks, but Lollipop will be able to get the bomb plant at least. So a bit of extra cash here for one win. 10 HP to the clutch. What's he going to do this?
I'm not having the greatest of gut feelings, but at least a bomb plant, Jay. They can think about a slight eco in the next round if it doesn't come through. So from this point onwards for Lollipop 21k, just try and see if you can do some damage. Waste as much time as possible. This is a tough clutch from him.
Out towards the connector entrance. Time is ticking away. Cloud9 to get on that bomb right out now. Smoke's coming in. Nades also sent down the incendiaries. The Eagle taps will now reveal exactly where he is. They'll get on that bomb. Bit of taking their time towards doing so. I thought they were going to be a little bit too late, but they are going to be fine. You're right. 2-1 on the boards. Again, bonus cash for one win, but off the back of a force buy. Not really going to afford much here.
And we saw Lollipop 21k having a strong performance against G2 yesterday, and we know that he's been a part of the lineup a few months now. I think he joined on the 3rd of June, and a lot of the people that watch the Tier 2 scene very often would have known how sick of a rifler he was back there on that Nemega side, and I still don't think we've seen the full potential out of Lollipop 21k, but we saw glimpses of it in yesterday's game, and that's giving me more of a vibe that we're going to see the beast unleashed here in the next couple of games.
Cloud9 beasts of their own right. So far doing so well to return fire and to maintain control of their 2 rounds in a row. One win. Continuing to play off the Deagle, so it might take some time before we see them really mobilize here. Core setup still rocking the deco. Bit of Kevlar in for glowing. Of course, Lollipop had the head Kevlar safe in the previous round. Travis again engages the opening frag. He's to hit that second shot on Inters though. Backed up with the incendiary. He'll keep the T's at bay. Hobbit will turn it back to a 4-4.
Never count out one win on the Ecos. They could be very strong when it comes to some of these upgraded pistols. Hobbit just trying to maintain that mid control. Deco with the boost up is going to look into Scarf.
Spray through, there's the kill. Caught off jumping on top of the sandbags though. Deco 8 HP. Firing one with that Deagle, hoping for a lucky headshot, but nothing's going to come his way at this stage. One would have done well to keep Cloud9 at bay for the time being. But again, only a matter of time before this round turns the CT side.
Travis looking for that early entry, that quick snap to try and get them into the bomb side. Even picking up the 8K, he does get caught on the timing. Might be able to deal with Hobbit at least. Okay,
that's a second kill. Travis doing really well to try hold some contest in these rounds. Again, many great entries. His second kill being found there. Bomb with him. Got to pick that up and commit it. Deco's on his way towards the A site, which the CTs have rotated away from, actually. This could be a bomb plant if Travis is quick.
Deco's got to get himself into a good position, try and see if he can cut the rotate immediately. 2v2. Oh, this is winnable.
It's got to hit that headshot on Shiro, though he can't do it. Travis will get the bomb down. It's on him to clutch it, keeping his head tucked away. AK in hands, engaging upon one man. Does not see him. Shiro pop out with the AWP. There's the kill. Second player spotted. Travis for the quadra. Leans in towards the entrance. Falls back to side alley. AK still trained, and the spray is perfect for the 4K. Travis on fire in the early game as one win equalize.
There we go. That's the Travis we know and love. And for anyone that's been watching One Win's games over the last couple of days, we haven't seen Travis towards the higher end of the board. Instead, he's been the lowest rated player for One Win. 0.88 on the rating in this event so far. But online, Jay, he's a beast. And he's one of their strongest riflers. That must feel so much confidence under the basis there for Travis.
Go to show exactly how this game could play out. 2-2, back and forth, early blows, back and forth for both teams. Match up, no definitive winners could be decided until the rounds hit 16. Travis hits Axal first and foremost in this one. Kill found of the early aggression. That's one of the 2 rifles dropped.
These opening rounds have already shown me exactly what I thought I would see going into a CIS derby like this. Wackiness, a couple of odd steal rounds here or there, and One Win giving the fight over on this first map of Vertigo. It's a map that they play quite often. I haven't had a chance of playing it in the best of ones so far. Teams being smart to ban it against them. Flamey just holding down from mid. Everybody else regrouping towards a B stairs.
Hobbit's found an angle to play with against Flamey though. Inter's meanwhile standing on the front of the Beast bomb site. catches off Glowing. That Deagle hits his shot together in the end. Spots Travis with his back being turned, but Lollipop bails him out. Shiro with the M4 drops that bomb in a 3-on-3. Backup still rotating to the backstabber. Second player's already behind Shiro the same. Sprays onto the boost, not quite accurate for Travis. Now he's been seen with that bomb. Tapped it once. Shiro is going to wait for timing, because timing may favor him. The Deagle of Hobbit catches Flamey off guard. AK picked up against the AWP. Can't hit his shot as Hobbit doubles up. Cloud9 pick up the pieces on the site, and they win another steal.
And there's so much to pull from in that round. That is an excellent timing coming through from Hobbit. The slow walk aggressively into mid. You've got a T-side player there. You had Flamey holding the angle, but instead he falls back. He tries to get into the B stairs, regroup as an entire unit, and Hobbit coming through allows so much of that wraparound potential. But keep in mind what Shiro was able to do too. Deny that bomb from going down, waste time directly on the side.
Now set up for the entry duel out towards the B stairs, expecting there to be more one-win aggression. It will come through, but again, it's been staggered here. Slightly slower default, not the slowest one we've seen so far in this game. Still playing behind those smokes, not allowing Cloud9 to get given the early opportunities here.
Try and get as much out of Deco. Averages a near 130 rating in the last 3 months on Vertigo. One of the highlight players here for one win on this map and in the entire series. So get the hero AK into his hands. Try and see if he's able to pull something magical off. Cloud9 will be very happy with the steal round they've achieved in that last. They're just searching for information. At least they know where the AK is now.
26 HP on nafany. Hobbit trying to engage also. M4 sat in. Flashes forward the AWP. The Incendiary is posted up at the tops. Will just suppress the one-win side. They will still be allowed to move up 2 tops. Look at the alley entrance, but be uncontested on that position by Cloud9.
Cloud9 have been making some pretty good reads mid-round and even late to stack up bomb sites. You've got 3 on A as of right now. 1 win. Desperate for some dry entries.
Heroes AWP ready to receive. Travis, first man out, dead to rights, instantly Glowing. However, abusing that sacrifice to take position. Hobbit's watching it from back of sandbags. Deco can't deal with him. Glowing's back will be turned. Now it'll cost him his life as he swings back to Deco the same. Hobbit with a double. Lollipop and Flamey, now just Lollipop standing alone in the 1 versus 5. Will try fight to get some sort of exit, but this should be round 4 for Cloud9. There's a couple of good headshots actually in this one. Bomb plant won't be secured yet. 10 seconds though, he's dead out of time, so got to commit to it as the CT's forced forward and indeed secure the round.
One win, just not quite getting enough out of that one. You think that even if a bomb plant went down, you might have been able to get an odd couple of digs here or there. Come round 7, try and put some damage up onto the eco. Instead, without that bomb plant bonus, you're going to be restricted. And Cloud9 setting the pace for what they're going to be made of. One of these teams, and probably one of the only teams in the last couple of years, Jay, that have made that jump from Tier 2 to Tier 1. We've seen so many teams come close. I'd say Movistar Riders are probably in that conversation. Entropic too, when we think back to the last couple of years. But none of them have solidified themselves to be a consistent Tier 1 team.
Eco for 1 win in this round, so nothing solidified in this matchup either. Travis with Glock pulled out, hoping he can get some sort of a cheeky kill on the early entries. Again, it'll be unlikely with the firepower differential. 1 win should know this.
Bit of a throwaway round here for 1 win. Try and see if they can force any overpeaks coming through from Cloud9. Some punishment with these Glocks. A lot of players just standing around towards the mid-controllers right now.
Hobbit jumping for info. Try and make no noise back into the mid position, and we'll hide back at the CT entrance. Maybe elevator. Indecisive, but we'll have plenty of time to try and pick and choose his positions. 1 boost up, Glowing will get caught off guard. A little bit hamstrung there by Hobbit. He does get his triple. Overwhelm the majority of T-side forces here. They might try and push forward to grab that M4, but Flamey's going to get dealt with into with the last man standing against Deco. There it is, easy 2K, easy 5th round for Cloud9. Again, formality against the eco. Now the guns come back from 1 win. Had allowed Cloud9 to string a few together, so opportunity for them to continue momentum, but 1 win, chance to shut it down.
And I want to have a look at Vertigo when it comes to the Cloud9 perspective. While they've only played it 3 times in the last 3 months, 1 win and 2 losses, they actually do pick it fairly often. They picked it against Liquid in IEM Cologne, and they picked it against Movistar Riders in Pro League group stage. So Cloud9 don't mind picking into this map. That's always a risk for 1 win, is you're never going to get an advantage when it comes to the map pool against a team like Cloud9.
And the experience is valuable at the highest level. Cloud9 have that in troves above 1 win. Hobbit, especially the big veteran of the Cloud9 side, getting the opening duel. Got the 3K in the last round, having to be traded back by Flamey. Inters with a responsive, however. 4-on-3 situation, but I think he got spotted there by Glowing.
Glowing can put some pressure on in here from mid, but he's got to get some assistance. Even the AWP's in a good position. This is an easy shot for Shiro.
No, he doesn't see it. Glowing found the right angle and evaded the ire of the AWP. A 3-on-3. He backs away from the mid control to re-aggress even further forward than where he was before. Got one player in at Elevate, and nafany being wary of there being a possibility of an A-Rap. Does swing out with the smokes coming down, losing a lot of HP. Inter's desperate for that one frag. Deco could have swung for the trade, but opted against it. Got to support that bomb in the execution.
It's just been timings in out on that mid control. You can see the way that Shiro aggresses into the angle rather than holding it back past him. Travis trying to see if he could walk out towards the top of the B stairs. He's got to deal with another though. 2-on-2
situation. Oh, that tap's perfect on Inters as well. And suddenly nafany's alone, AWP in his hand. 1 versus 2, unawares of how close Deco really is. And will concede himself 1 win again with a decent punch to the gut. And Cloud9 will concede a round and maybe even concede the next. The money's not in the best of positions.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Travis so far. 8 maps on LAN in his entire career. He played a local LAN back in May of 2018 with Atlantis, one of the teams that we saw quite frequently in similar CIS minors. He's played 1 RMR, and this is his first overseas LAN debut.
A lot of debutants in this RMR, it seems. Chance for success for at least one of them here on 1 win. Nades set again towards the main T-side force. They're spread out enough to where it doesn't do that much damage. Only Travis tagged to a little over 90 HP. Axar will back away instead, seeing the Incendiaries come back to his former position.
I can have Inters on quite a quick rotate. Axar trying to see if he can get himself out towards that quad position. Gets caught at a timing, has been spotted, and now the X is coming in.
Inters takes a previous angle though, back behind the plat, gets a double. Axar seeing the fire and flames coming his way, the Molotov sent the smokes down to extinguish by a bit of cover on the center of the site, but not moving away from the back of quad. Glowing, I think, recognizes this. They send utility over, flashbangs forward, their backs are still turned towards him. Hobbit and Axar can combine to get those kills in, and Deco is left alone one more time. A 1v4 situation. And Cloud9 come out with decimating rounds against 1 win.
These multi-kills are hitting quite hard. Think back to some of the previous rounds, Jay, especially towards mid. Multis coming through, out there towards the B site. You could see the reposition. Axar getting out towards quad, pulling that distraction forward, and then just Inters slipping into the gap, allowing himself to take the brunt of the damage. And now Deco just trying to set himself up for what looks to be an unwinnable clutch.
You say looks to be, I pretty much say guarantees is an unwinnable clutch. Hobbit. Fast man in behind Banger, and Deco doesn't know just yet. Won't see his head. That's a good flick, though. AK now back in his hands to find Axile. Sees his back, sees his shadow. 10 seconds with a crossfire, though. Now knows he's being locked out from all angles. Can't make any move except for the one towards backwards, and that won't make any progress here for 1 win. 6-3, Cloud9 continuing their streak. Tactical taken by 1 win, the first of the matchup.
It's funny that we talk about experience as well, because we obviously know Cloud9 are the much more experienced team in this situation, Jay. But they've got 3 players on their lineup that are 21 or younger, whereas 1 win have got 3 players on their lineup that's 25 or older. So when we just look at the age boundary between the two, it's massively different.
Focusing on those future talents. Need to prove themselves here. Again, fighting for the major. One win taking their moment's respite, taking a chance to think through their game plan one more time, maybe have a chat with the veterans in this lineup, of course. Pistols will be in for round 10, a much more upgrade pistol eco basis, and nafany should know this. We'll get the quick swing on Lollipop. Kill found, waiting for Flamey. Spot sprays, easy bursts. Unfortunately for Cloud9, something we know that a lot of CIS teams can be good at is turning force buys or eco upgrades into massive success, and seems like Cloud9, for the extent of the ecos we've seen so far, have been dealing with them effectively. So just 1 kill found for Deco. nafany got a wall bang. I believe that was through the metal wall. Not like it matters at the end of the day. It was always going to be a formality for Cloud9. 7-3 on the board.
And we saw one win starting on T side in every single best of one that they played against Spirit, Forza, and G2. And one of the parallels that we saw was slow starts. Against Spirit, they were 3-12 down. Against Forza, they were 6-9 down. Against G2, they were 6-9 down. So we've always seen T side and first half for one win over the course of the last few days be very minimal. Always on the back foot trying to charge forward.
Early engagements out towards mid, again trying to focus on Lollipop. Hobbit walking down against Deco, walks into the AK, seen just ahead of the smoke. Great kill found. Deco didn't know what was about to hit him. Going for a risky play, and ultimately it paid off against his nature. With Lollipop being tagged to 10 HP as well, Cloud9 a major front foot here.
Hobbit's just everywhere. Over towards ramp, in from mid, consistently doing damage. nafany aggressive towards the bottom of the ramp is going to continue to pile up. And for one win, where's the map control? You've got B stairs and that's it.
They were fighting for it out towards ramp, and obviously it went awry. And also trying to play towards mid and got forced away by the AWP there. So every fight going the way of Cloud9. Axile latest on the board. Flamey falls ahead of that smoke. Travis and Lollipop. Now should just be Lollipop alone. Travis has been spotted and cornered. Spray does come through towards Axile, so that's something gained. Access to the B side, but what more than that? Looking for the spray against Inters, doubles up. 3-on-2 now. 2-on-2 perhaps. He's going to try to force that AWPer off position. That bomb's got to try and commit here. Or will it rotate towards the A play?
It's how slow that bomb's going to move over. And that just builds more pressure onto Travis. He's put himself in a very aggressive position to try and take a duel of anyone wrapping from mid. But for one win, the util, they've got to get the smoke and the molly down correctly to try and force the CTs further away.
Shero's got the right idea here. He's got to cross past that little crack angle to get the bomb down, unless they put the smoke in the way. Put Molotovs out towards mid to try to get Lollipop in. If he gets killed off, that'll be the end of it. Or he plants pretty open for the other side of the site. Hobbit seeing Travis, but also catching off Lollipop. All important kill. Travis now to clutch it with an ace. Sees nafany, spray goes awry, and doesn't even walk past the first CT on the retake. 8-3 to the board. Cloud9 have won the CT half.
And this is where I want to get into the flamey conversation here, Jay, because I think Travis has been doing quite well. We haven't seen the AWP in Deco's hands a massive amount either on the T side, but this is a guy, nearly 800 maps on LAN, been to 3 RMRs, 12 majors, played in 3 major grand finals, and he's down 1-10 in a best of 3 that can qualify you for the major. Now, while we're not looking at Flamey of being a star player, I'd like to see him be more involved in the game.
You've got to take a look at Flamey and think of him very much like how Hobbit played a role in Cloud9 when he moved over. Because if you remember the history of that team, it was like, well,
definitely
a veteran coming into a very new, inexperienced lineup at the time, and then making them into a tier 1 team for one win. Maybe not necessarily aiming for a tier 1 team, but aiming for a very similar road into what Flamey's role will be. I don't think it's necessarily a case that he's got to get involved as much as maybe a star player is. But taking a look at 1-10 on his kill-to-death ratio, it probably is needing a bit more out of him individually. One win, however. But be it Flamey or otherwise, they've got to find some serious turnaround potential. Already, Hobbit is sprayed. Flamey up to 37 HP. Inters ready to receive in the corner. Travis down. Flamey down. Shiro did fall in turn, but Glowing goes back in his place. Lollipop, Mac 10 swing towards the B site will get 1 kill. But now he's known by Inters, who will readjust towards him. Deco getting caught off towards mid. Meanwhile, shouldn't walk forward against nafany. And that kill gets found. Mac 10 versus 3.
Lollipop 21k now in a very difficult position, and it feels like we keep saying this in the 1vx's because there's just not much chance at all. The bomb's always dropped, or the last remaining player's low on HP. There's plenty of time on the clock, but 22 points for the Mac 10. And Cloud9 are eyeing up the double digits in the first half, and that's a scary factor here for one win on your map pick.
On a map that as well, Cloud9 have had some stellar T-sides on as well, so the second half might not even be that long if it ends up 12-3. Lollipop does manage to kill on Hobbit, so making it somewhat expensive, but the trouble with expense is that it doesn't really matter if you're not getting the rounds to follow up and punish that expense here. So the buy to return from the CT forces should be seeing a bit more of a buyback from one win. Money bonus won't be afforded, but the max loss bonus is in effect. So we should be seeing a gun round. But for one win, it's about winning said gun round.
Just knowing how much involvement there is coming through from Hobbit, nearly up to 20 kills now, always putting that pressure down. One win, trying to see if they can fight up towards the top of the ramp, and that's even an area of the map where they haven't even been able to take successfully.
And they won't do so this time around. nafany instantly in against Lollipop. Incendiary center the gaps in the smokes, trying to force players forward. Nice nade. Not that much damage done to Deco. The follow-up HG is going to miss out as well. Glowing spotted at top. Didn't even register nafany up close. 5-on-3. Deco's headshot not quite capitalized upon. Hobbit still unaccounted for. One molly sent. Another one could go back to sandbags. Meanwhile, Shiro's AWP only lands a leg shot. 3-on-3 now.
This is workable. Got to try and put pressure down towards the sandbags. Deco's low. He's got some teammates around him. They've got plenty of utility.
One more Molotov and Flame he could put out to the sandbags, but they're not going to do so. They might not even check it here. Great chance for Hobbit to capitulate this whole round. The last utility incendiary has been sent here by the T side. Deco swings, doesn't check it. Flame is a dead man. And that one angle that they didn't account for will cost one win again. In the best chance they had to win a fourth round, it will be 10 for Cloud9. Travis, try fight for the clutch, but 15 HP to get the next two. He'll tap that bomb to try force fights out, but Cloud9 are smarter than this.
He's doing his best here, trying to see if he can isolate the individuals. Enters towards the elevators, won't get dropping. And for Travis, I do feel for him because it's not getting a massive amount of support. He has been an X-Factor player when it comes to the entries and when it comes to winnable situations here for one win. Unfortunately, Deco's not coming up to the fold. Lollipop 21k neither. And just knowing the idea that Travis is one of the more consistent riflers in the online atmosphere, hasn't had the best of last few days, but yet he's stepping up here. You just like to see some more support around and someone that can help him through.
You mentioned Deco as the guy to watch out for the most in the pre-matchup. The fact that he's not showing up to the same numbers as Travis, I mean, he is the second highest frag on the board, could be considered, but just...
I will add to that, though, and say, one win aren't getting a lot of bomb plants, so the money's never great. So we actually have not seen much AWPing from Deco. He's been on an AK pretty much the entire half, and that's not where you want him to be.
That is true. Might not get an opportunity to see that AWP from him in the T-side half. Might have to rely heavily on the CT side at this stage.
Very
Round 14. Another buy to see no money left in the savings accounts for one win. Shiro will at least get forced back by a bit of utility. They're trying to throw some sort of spanner into the works. Break the line if possible. Flash is in, but Shiro should repeat this. And wait for it. The smoke comes down, so actually does get forced back instead.
Very patient and good utility here from one win. You can see the way that they're trying to force further forward, make it uncomfortable for the AWP, and even the map presence from Travis. He's walking up A towards Ali now.
Hobbit. With Shiro backing him up on the A site. Shot to Travis, kicks things off. Smokes and flashes sent down as well. Hobbit trying to lean in ahead of that smoke. Back out towards the lower part of it. Just a lollipop at tops though. Great 5-on-3. Deco struggles to register where Hobbit is, but does get that kill in the end. Glowing also caught with the bomb being dropped. A quick trade for Cloud9. Incendiary to stop anything as Flamey drops towards Axile over on the B site. Deco, the main man of this matchup, should have been the big star. Now to clutch in a 1-on-4.
Players all around. Cloud9 stacking up the A site and Deco, everything resting on him. And while we had the conversation of Vertigo being a strong map, that it's 5 maps in a row for one win, you have to think a little bit deeper onto what are the teams that are being played out and the differences on playing some of these tier 1 caliber squads. Trying to get as much out of this when it comes to damage. Enters the peak on the contact. That's 11 rounds up for Cloud9. And if we just list for a moment, Jay, those 5 games in a row on Vertigo with victories, it's against Aurora, we know in the RMR, Falcons, them two, MIBR, Eternal Fire, and Tricked. All tier 2 squads. Nothing in the tier 1 atmosphere of EU.
One of those teams that are going to try to translate their lower division success into the RMR, into the tier 1 environment. And well, they have easily been smacked about by the experience of Cloud9. You could just see some of the movements and some of the plays they took in that previous round as a demonstration as to how much experience counts in this kind of environment. Axile proving the point once again. Instant peak. 2 players registered lightning fast reactions with the HG to support it. Looking for the triple on Lollipop and just decimates everyone from one win. With Hobbit in mid getting glowing. There's nothing to glow about for one win. Deco in another clutch.
This has been class coming through from Cloud9, and they haven't given them opportunities. They haven't given them chances at all. This has been a rollover. This has been a stomp, and Deco is trying yet another 1v4 clutch to just get a 4th round on the board. Not to be 12-3 half. What a performance this is from Cloud9.
Now, welcome to the big leagues. One win. We gave you credit because of how much you've done so far in the RMR and over the course of your tier 2 positions. But this is Cloud9 we're talking about. One of the top teams in the world, about to smack you out in your own map pick. It's 12-3 at the half as we enter the second after the break. No W's, 4-1 wins so far in our first map at a best of 3 against Cloud9. 12-3 at the half for the big dogs, Dweg. And the question I pose to you now is, what in the blue hell do One Win need to try and bring this back?
I think it's fairly simple. They need to stay positive and keep a fresh mindset. That's all it is. I don't want to see too much adaptation when it comes to like the tactical side of things, because they have just been outclassed. It's about mentally staying strong and playing your own game. Trying to get money under your belt. Try and see if you can get Flamey off of 1 kill and look to your star players to come through successfully.
Deco has come to life at the tail end of that last half, almost matching Travis, but it's Axile instantly in with the kill. A very similar kill to what Travis did to kick off the CT, or the T side rather, for One Win. Now they fall victim to the exact same play. Pistol sees 1 kill found. Now the site being stormed over at A. Hobbit setting up the post plant. Shiro's got the bomb down.
The CTs are here quickly to try and get themselves in. They've got a smoke to get up towards a crane and a couple of flashes too. They've got to get in quickly.
Smoke set, flashes inbound. Travis setting up for the retake. One Win don't have a kit on their pouches. They'll make their way forward regardless. Glowing, caught tagged up. nafany and Hobbit with those kills. Hobbit will get traded. Axile holds the line with nafany. Quick headshots on Deco, and it's decimation for the pistol.
Nicely done there from Cloud9. Beat them with pace. You saw that opening entry coming through from the alley position. Lollipop 21 cage couldn't do a thing. Axel just doming up on that Glock. And then from that point onwards, you get the crane smoke down, the couple of flashes over the top. Hobbit out towards the railing is just a distraction, and that crossfire is too strong. One win could opt to go down with a force buy. Instead, it seems like they want to take it quite lightly, have a Deagle upgrade and a HE. Other than that, they want to try and get the rifles in quickly.
Harsh eco to get the guns out as fast as possible, because at this point they need a rifle round to have any chance. Stacking towards A site to read the right default and catch a kill on nafany. Shiro also got tagged on a Mac 10 face. So a little opening has brought up itself here for one win. Backstab's also inbound to ensure that no one's making their way towards the B site. Start to feed themselves towards Hobbit and Axel, though. The man advantage turns around for them. Lollipop down, Deco 3 HP, Travis dead. They won't last long at all, so there you go, 14-3. Cloud9 up against the guns, one win. Their one chance to get back into this map.
And try and get those rifles forward. And I'd like to see some proactivity on the CT side. Perhaps get a little bit of risk involved. You're down 3-14. So when you throw a bit of risk in there and search for an opening fight, try and put yourself in advantageous positions just to get some early advantages within the first 20 seconds or so. I think if you hang back and you play deep in the bomb sites, you're giving Cloud9 too much respect.
Flashes and Molotovs in towards the default, smokes down. Nice nades in against a couple players tagged. Deco, M4 leaning forward. Flashed in, it seems. That loose though, back his turn. He still gets the kill, and Glowing actually gets the TK with the HE. So not much impact found towards Shiro's part. He's alive. At least nafany falls.
This still looks okay from one win's perspective. 4v4, you've challenged ramp aggressively, you've got Shiro down to under half HP. It's what happens after that fact. They're going to make another info play. They're actually going to prod back into ramp.
Swing, spray, kill found for Axel instead, though. Lollipop, his headshot is seen, and Inter sprays him down. Connects the head, the cranium found. Now Flamey stands alone as the one defender with one kill to his name. Needs to make it 5 to try and hold off on this site. Backup has arrived at least, but the double nades on him puts him out of commission before he even takes face. That bomb does get dropped by Travis, extending his kill count again. Not top fragger anymore, but might take it back with his clutch here, and a clutch that one win pretty much needs to try and have any chance. Axel gonna hunt to get this bomb back. Will dish out some damage. Backstabs inbound from Shiro, so it's a matter of time here.
Travis peeking through towards the top of headshot, and more damage is coming through. You're right about that backstab, but if Travis drops that bomb and gets another kill, this could set up the clutch.
And now Shiro makes his way into the back lines, clearing out the mid control. Travis will be heard. Shiro will try just against him. The bomb will commit. Intis is also making noise. Shiro spotted in spray. Travis get the 3K. Now focus on the B side because Intis has made his way over here. He heard that rotation footstep. Now looking for the right headshot. The spray comes through though. 6 seconds. Intis stall for time. Travis making his moves in. Bomb's got to go down. Intis hunting for the kill. Travis playing ring of roses, but he just stays alive in time. Oh, that got way too close. But the sacrifice is worthy for one win as they finally claim their 4th.
Fair play to Travis. He's done well there. He has played that to perfection. Just to even have that accountability of, I've dropped the bomb, I've got another couple of kills. They haven't quite come through all the way. I'm anticipating a backstab. Something just doesn't feel right about this, and he reads it. Shiro gets caught, the 1vx coming through, and it keeps one win in the game.
That's the kind of round where literally every footstep matters. Beauty, absolute beauty from Travis. Might have gone down, but it was a clutch worthy, and Lollipop now finding a little breath of life. Maybe a resurgence now for one win. The kills found on 2 of the SMG, but Shiro does clap back.
It's never too late to be positive. This is a good start here for one win. Travis gets in for a pick towards that B side. You've already got the MP9 doing damage towards the bottom of ramp. Shiro's trying to work around the smoke and hope for some over-aggression. You've got 2 of the CTs towards the top of the ramp. Quite pressy.
Cloud9 playing careful. Playing possum. Perhaps Shiro adjusting to use that lack of information to his favor. Glowing had no idea what was about to face him. Going to just at least do some damage. And the man advantage has been reduced to 1 for one win.
And you've got to imagine one win can play this retake heavy. Just fall back, play very defensive over towards A, give that respect forward of a post plant. You've got the man up, you've got a lot of information, and even that third player, Flamey, starting to walk over from City Spawn. He could be quick to get into A.
Shiro not seen ahead of that smoke. Might provide an angle, but Travis puts him back down. Gets to 18 kills now. Inter's 1-on-3 situation. Bomb is on his back. So in theory, he could get the bomb down from here, but Deco says no. Brings it back in control for 1 win in those 2 rounds. Vitally important to their survival. It's a 5th to the board. Still 9 to make up, so we're still a long way back, but at least they've got the start.
And this is a great chance now to start getting money, getting Deco finally on that big green. And for 1 win, I mean, it's not plausible for us to even start the conversation of a comeback to winning this map. But getting closer to double digits, you think, okay, you've got an in on the series. Even if it goes to a second map, then they'll be a little bit more comfortable with where they've been able to stand. And Flamey try and get some eco frags.
2 to line up. Only gets the 1. Second kill of the game, couldn't even make it 3.
Yeah, he's had a rough one, to be honest.
Yeah. Again, shouldn't expect him to be a star fragger, but 2 kills is a little bit unreasonable.
You can rip in. This is an important game. And when you compare the likes of Hobbit being the most experienced player on the other side of the field, nearly dropping 30, you're expecting more from Flamey, without a doubt.
Oh, Deco at least recovers the situation, drops Axile on the bomb. I'm trying to be a little bit conservative with my criticisms today, again, you know what I'm like, so.
Yeah. Doesn't want to go all out just yet. Just give him another map.
We'll save that for when the mics are turned off, so. 1 win formality in this round. Pistols versus Rifles, and the Rifles will win every day of the week.
Now, here's a fun one. On the 5th of March, 2020, Gambit Youngsters beat 1 win 2-0 in a best-of-3 to qualify for the CIS Minor. 1 win at the time were fielding Starix, Tony Black, Davkos, Propler, and Travis. This was the one and only time both teams have played one another.
And the only remaining player from that roster is Travis.
Yeah, Travis is still here, so he's probably getting some flashbacks of that game.
What was the scores in that game?
It was pretty one-sided, to be honest.
To Gambit Youngsters, I guess, or?
Yeah, it was a 2-0. So that qualified them to the minor, which eventually just didn't happen, and that's when the RMR started. But
okay, I see.
At the time, it was a really important game.
Well, similarly important here for 1 win, not to qualify for a minor or even the RMR. They're in the RMR, want to go to the major. Unfortunately, it's looking like history is repeating itself. Again, they've built up the foundations of a comeback. They now need to put it to effect and bring it all the way back from here. 8 rounds to go. Cloud9 giving up the eco now, bringing their guns in for round 21. An AWP, 3 AKs, 1 Galil versus the double AWP setup of 1 win.
I don't see 1 win double AWPing very often. So you've got Deco playing out to the A site, Flamey with that secondary big green playing in mid. Oh, this jump up from Axile could be good. If they just get a flash over high, he could be so quick to entry.
I think Travis is reading it, though. Keeping his eyes on, trying to back off, look towards the boost spot as well. Axile now being seen. The flashbang from the T side catches him just as much chance to line up for Travis. Make it a double, but run out of ammo. Enters with a response of a 4-on-3. And now Flamey's AWP up to task. Backup is quickly in the mix on the defensive. Smoke should come down, should block off that AWP's vision. Shiro will look for an AWP pick of his own right, but they're not going to make that move in yet.
Cloud9 need to take this B site before nafany can do anything towards mid. Try and cut some of those rotates off. 35 seconds. They're actually backing off for a minute.
Or for a rotation of their own right, perhaps. A still could be a target. Glowing's the only man there. His AK stands alone, but sees nothing as of right now. And if Cloud9 are going to go for this, they're going to have to go pick up the pace relatively soon. Slow walking their way downstairs, checking up the backstabs.
Save.
I think it might be a save call from here. Yeah, I think they've realized that they've let this time tick way too low. So 1 win, another 3 rounds here. Travis only needed a double, and that dismantled the whole thing.
Well, it showed how impactful that flash could have been. I don't know where it went, but you ended up seeing Axile getting completely blinded, and then that's the jiggle that gives up the ghost. You needed that flash to pop right into the center, allow Axile with the already space and map control that he was able to grant on that banger boost up to just strike there towards that B site. It doesn't happen. Travis gets more involved again. And him and Deco, while maybe the numbers are quite similar, the impact is drastically different. He has had a good performance here, and he might be the difference maker to at least getting them to double digits.
Well, this comeback has become doable now. Not likely, but doable. Shiro still hunting for Lollipop behind those smokes. A little bit of vision blocking involved, so the CTs get away unscathed from that one. Incendiaries for blowing, seeing nafany, but nafany gets that kill in. Now Flamey's got to hold it back alongside Lollipop. Line up for 2 headshots. Oh, that's perfect. Axel and nafany caught in position. Nades on Hobbit should do some damage, but Lollipop can't get the triple. Now Flamey backed up. Players right behind him. Deco in particular with the other AWP. Now Travis comes in with the M4. The AWP v AWP engagement almost catches Flamey, but Travis takes the bullet for him. Down to 20 points of health, but he's still alive here.
Oh, Travis is getting aggressive around the default position. He actually peeks up straight onto Hobbit.
What?
Enters out to the open, and Travis has somehow made it too. Shiro on for the clutch now.
How's he pulled that off? Deco there with the finishing blow. But Travis again being the highlight player of one win. Had 20 HP, still aggressed back into the site, and got 2 headshots popping up like a gopher. What a round from him.
And that's what I was hoping to see. Confidence, right? That screams confidence. The idea that he's gone that aggressive with that low HP, that's just madness. Absolute madness there for one win. And now you've got to consider the fact of 5 rounds in a row. They have got to start being so much more happy with what they're performing here on the second half. This is looking great.
Well, it's come together extremely late, but it has come together nonetheless. Will it still mount up to the comeback here? Cloud9 only really need 2 rounds. 1 win. Still needs 6 to equalize, let alone take control. The damage on Lollipop, who engaged the first one. Finally down. Just that damage, that's all it is.
We saw Cloud9 being 14-10 up on map 3 of Vertigo versus NIP yesterday, but failed to close out the series. So you wonder if there is a difficult nature in closing.
Possibility to consider. Shiro mounting up the offensive here towards ramp. Hobbit prodding in from the alley position. Deco and Glowing trying to watch for position. He comes down, Incendiaries get set. And they wait here in the corners, expecting there to be the hit.
This crossfire's looking fairly solid. Glowing's got to try and take a duel out to this alley position, but he doesn't get away with anything.
Deco's now pressured, and he's back up. Does connect on one. Lollipop bails him out with Shiro dropping the bomb. And it looks like OneWid should stay in control of this one. Axile does have something to say about that, though. That's 1 kill, no more. Hobbit dealt with by Flamey's AWP pick. It's 9 to the board of 1 win. Here we go. This is really on now for Midweg.
A tactical timeout coming through from Cloud9. Have a little bit of a chat. Both of the coaches, respectively, of OneWin and Cloud9 were ex-pros in the 1.6 era. Try and see if they can use some of that experience to bring down onto the teammates. And for OneWin, you're right about it being late, very late, that you start establishing a comeback. But this is what we're hoping to see. CIS Derby, I don't want to say they'll be in their comfort zone because you are still playing Cloud9, but they'd be familiar with the play style that is going to be brought to the table. And it feels like finally we're actually seeing the OneWin that we saw in the last couple of games in the best of ones.
You gave them a lot of credit because of how well they did over the course of the RMR thus far, so it's not unreasonable to expect them to give at least a little bit of a fight here to Cloud9. And like you said, it's come in
Giving them even a map coming into this series, so...
Yeah, I gave him a map too. I gave him Vertigo. And it still is a possibility. Again, it's still very unlikely though. Cloud9 have taken their tactical to get in the groove, so to speak.
Haha, nice one.
And try and figure out how they're going to try and approach these next 2 rounds. Travis with the opening kill against Axile, though, again, tries to put a notch in the bedpost.
Even Deco is holding very aggressively behind this alley smoke, starts to clear, or comes through, but he doesn't quite spot nafany on the other side. That's a trade, and that's a response for Cloud9.
Oh, Glowing swinging forward, though. Lines up 2 in the bomb. Is he going to go for the quadro? He might line them up even more so, only doing the damage, but gets the info back for the rest of OneWin. This should be a cleanup from them, unless they start giving up these 1v1s, which Lollipop might look to do so here at alley.
They've been quite patient when defending A, not over-peaking a massive amount when it comes to that alley and yellow angle. You've even got a teammate down there at Hobbit trying to see if he can locate that bomb back over. nafany might be able to continue to sell the fake here towards A. Get as much out of the picked up AWP now.
Slowly, surely forward, but flashed off by Flamey. Travis will get his kill. Hobbit, 1-on-3. Tagged up to 44 HP in mid. At least has the bomb and actually the B site here. So that will be a plant here.
Get the smoke down. Try and see if he can draw those fights out into the open. How much does he get out of this one? The CTs are going to be quick on the tail.
1-on-3 for Hobbit. Big vet. Major winner, but not on this day. Lollipop gets his kill. And one win will have 10. That's 1 out of 5 necessary here. This is really turning to a comeback now, Dwayne. I have to say that we kind of wrote it off at 14-3.
Yeah, pretty much.
But one win have come into their own.
And I think it just shows how impactful these opening kills, especially towards ramp, have been. You think about that round, it's a 1-for-1 trade, Glowing goes down, you think, okay, now it's going to have to be down to that sandbags position, and rather than Glowing being defensive, he just starts taking a contact, walking forward, there's a lineup for a moment, he finds a couple of kills. Now this has turned into 7 rounds in a row.
R9 continuing to feel that pressure. Wonder when they'll call that next tactical timeout. Might be within the next couple of rounds here. One win. Mounting up this offensive and just getting closer and closer to the Cloud9 scoreline. Defaults being set in to try and look for those opening kills, but one winner not being quite as aggressive as Cloud9 would like them to be. Axile, you can see him boosted up. Won't see anyone on that B site.
This could be a good timing. Try and get a walk forward. No one on B. Travis, he's going to be out in the open now.
Incendiary sent. Travis will wait for backup and Flamey to arrive. M4 got a hold back. Flashes forward will keep him blinded. He does fall back towards the advanced CT spawn. Bullets flying his way, seeing Axile's head, but not registering the kill. Axile instead comes back of his own right. Flamey tag, swinging out wide, about to do so at the very least. Does get a kill on nafany, but Shiro there for the responsive. 4-on-3, bomb going down. Deco leads forward to the AWP, and Axile deals with him, but Glowing again keeps it manageable up until that point. And Axile strikes with his 3K. Glowing now dealt with on the B site. 15-10, Cloud9 finally have map points.
Very clever of what Cloud9 established there. So the last handful of rounds we've seen a lot of A plays, taking top ramp, ending up getting a post plant on A. That time around, they don't send any util to the B stairs, but they get a dry boost up. They allow Axile to look towards default. He doesn't see anything, so it's a contact. It's a walk forward. And for Travis, he gets caught sleeping. He's keeping his eyes on towards mid. He's back there in that Guardian position. And because he's so far away, there's nothing he could do on that initial defense.
Flashes forward, nade sent. Shiro behind the smoke, now playing against the one-win side. We're now playing for overtime. 5 to get there. 5 map points for Cloud9. Finally found that one good breaking point. Now we're going to break one win with it.
Travis, all about the HE placement down towards the B stairs. Axile's down to 40. That's nicely done. He's still trying to see if he can get himself into an entry position, however.
Earlier tag on Hobbit and away in that regard. All top of 4th players away from the forward ramp. But Travis is playing center of the site, and Cloud9 have not baited him out here. They'll fall away instead.
Check out the util for one win. You're searching, you can't see much. All they've got left is a smoke. Glowing, aggressive, right now towards the top of ramp.
Swing, Hobbit, dead. Good start. Follow-up from Glowing's a little bit off on the 3rd player, but he does get the 2nd kill on the Shiro, and Lollipop now deals with Inters next. His own double comes in. 2 left on the T side. Make it 1. A triple for Lollipop. And Axile, unknown as of right now, but will be detected by Deco, so that should be enough for one win to close out this round.
Axile, 1v4, CTs all around, AWP up into the contact, 11 rounds now for one win. And for Lollipop 21k, he's probably one of the best LAN players that one win have on their entire lineup. You think back to when he was playing on Omega, they went to a couple of the CIS minors back in the day, a few of the IEM events. And definitely an individual that can play to this sort of level. 4 more rounds to go. It's so doable now.
certainly from the experience perspective, Lollipop has a lot more than most of the players involved. More than the numbers, Travis continues to lead the charge. 25 kills, top fragger for 1win. Not in the server though, Hobbit at 28. Just about going to edge him out here. Has a pistol in for this half invest. The AWP and the Galil coming in to at least get a bit more firepower in. Flame is ready to receive them though. Posted up in mid, backed up by Lollipop. Flash in, one's going to get caught blinded, but Lollipop has direct vision, gets his kill. Shiro's going to wait for the angle. Lollipop does get his secondary pick back on Intus, and now they're aware that that AWP is in play. Flame's going to swing for it. He just holds his nerve.
Oh, what a nice and tidy bait and switch. The way that the flash comes through, the AWP of Flamey fires, but what they don't know about is Lollipop 21k to a fraction of that right-hand side over. Axel, nafany, and Shiro just trying to see if they can muster up as much as they can on the half-buy. Get as much out of this hero AWP as possible, and the Galil.
Minute tick by, and Cloud9 setting up towards that B site. Rifles in, the AWP and the AK. Smoke's being sent down. Wait for the hit. The Molotov's sent a little bit too shallow, not catching the player in at quad, so Travis is safe for the time being. Prodding out on occasion to try to look for the players that might make their way around the outskirts of the bomb site, but waits for the hit here.
Good idea. 2 players on B to defend for 1win. It's all about the initial action. Travis has just got to waste time here at quad.
Boosted in. Oh, he gets the kill on Travis as well for it. Quick adjustment towards quad as he checked the back and front and outsides of the site. But Flavey connects on Axel, drops that bomb. nafany has got to go in for the plant here. 3 on 2, 1win deficited by the HP, but have that player up.
They've still got Shiro glowing on the backstab. Should be able to force this into a 1vx now.
There's the one shot for Shiro though, you mentioned him. 1v3 for the map win. Flamey leaning forward, his AWP set. Deco's got to get some flashbangs in of his own right. They're going to come through. Flamey actually just peeks in dry. Allows Shiro a chance to get the shot back, a one-on-one. Deco, AWP v AWP battle. Onto the bomb, taps it once. About to try swing. Shiro making noise, taking shots, but Deco connects one of his own. No kit in play, though. This might be a little bit close. I think he might just have it.
Oh, hang on. It might just come in.
It's in. It's in. One winner alive.
Just. And it's the big man. It's the 21-year-old Deco. Mate, what a clutch to win. Even though that's against a half-buy, it keeps you in the map. It keeps the streak alive. To consider the idea that this was 12-3 at the half, that the pistol and the anti-ego came through successfully, and a 14-3 scoreline. 1win are still fighting on map 1 of Vertigo.
You're right about that AWP potential for Deco. He's coming to his own since he got that big green out on the CT side. 1win, relying on him to win that clutch. He just barely got it, but he got it nonetheless. One more round in for 1win. A chance now to continue this comeback. 3 more to go to overtime, Dweg.
And when it looked to be a rollover, when you consider the start of the second half, there was no faith at all. And 1win have just kept themselves in this. Cloud9 walking, regrouping out towards the bottom of the B stairs. 1win have got 2 over to B early round. This is something different that we haven't seen.
Boost up for nafany. Ready to receive with that AK, Axel and Inters. To be in position to receive the likes of Travis, who will swing aggressive, costing his own life. Lollipop trying to stand and fight, but Axel gets his headshot in. A 5 on 3 after 1win. Pulled a clutch like that. They're going to fall apart in the straight XC. 1 smoke was all they needed. Deco and glowing, a 2 on 5.
Axel, we know that he's one of the best players in the world, and that is exactly why. What a sequence. For him to open up B with a triple, and now it's about locking out the round. Glowing and Deco don't want to be in this position, but they have to be.
No choice but to force forward onto Dawn. And pray to God for a miracle. AWP. Back to lead into Hobbit. Does get domed in. Glowing caught off back towards Scaff. Deco, too much to do. Too little time to do it. It's over. Cloud9 will secure it at 16-12. 1win can be credited with a decent comeback, but ultimately not enough to win their own map pick as Cloud9 go up by 1 in this best of 3.
and they close it when it matters most. That is the difference there for Cloud9 to getting 1-0 up in the series, to put yourself in a good stance, to look to overpass. And for one win, they've well impressed me. The consideration of the fact that you're down by 11 rounds and they keep it that competitive, they showed they've got some fight in this series.
Well, definitely impressive towards the end of the matchup, but at a 12-3 half, that retake, that comeback was always going to be difficult for them. So